Deep beneath the ocean sea exists a being so formidable. And if one wishes to hear his name, they need only ask one question.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants. I think over the past decade, he's really become a centerpiece of my generation's pop culture. From my research, I discovered that the main reason people really find SpongeBob appealing is that he's not your average cartoon character.
I like SpongeBob because he is unpredictable.
Most of what he's doing that's funny is just stuff that's just outside the bounds of like social norms, stuff that's not normally socially acceptable.
I don't know, he's just funny and there's a lot of like depth to SpongeBob as a whole.
SpongeBob's different because he's yellow and square. SpongeBob's different because he lives in a pineapple.
And also like how he can kind of attract a really wide variety of different viewers and stuff. You got little kids that love the show, and then you have my dad who's recording episodes of it.
And what could be better than serving up smiles?
It's because of his impact on my generation and also future generations that I decided I wanted to study exactly how ideological structures and belief hierarchies are built within the show and how those affect the minds of children. Specifically, I wanted to look at how SpongeBob constructs gender roles and gender identities.
I am a man.
I wanted to analyze how he affects the gender binary with his gender performance.
Squidward, you are looking at two very grown-up big boys.
Yeah, nothing can scare us.
SpongeBob isn't your, typical male protagonist. He actually subverts many characteristics that are common in male stereotypes. He's emotional. He's physically weak. And he's fond of cleaning.
Did you take care of them? My hands are kind of full.
In this way, SpongeBob's gender performance holds a positive message for children. Shows boys that it's okay to express their emotions and not be overly muscular.
That hat makes you look like a girl.
Am I a pretty girl?
Oh, well, you're beautiful.
I remember in particular one episode in which SpongeBob and Patrick decide they want to raise a baby clam together. In this episode, SpongeBob takes on the motherly role and tends the house and acts as the normative female in this sense. And then later on in the episode, he goes on to resume his, typical male role. This isn't seen as weird to anyone in the show. In fact, it was something that SpongeBob felt he had to do, and he was willing to, take on this different persona. Even the name SpongeBob SquarePants suggests a sense of, gender neutrality.
Maybe it's the way you're dressed.
The main female protagonist in the show is Sandy Cheeks, a squirrel from Texas. Just as SpongeBob subverts male stereotypes, Sandy commonly defies gender roles associated with women. Sandy is strong. She's intelligent.
But scientifically speaking, it's caused by your epiglottis constricting your larynx, causing irregular air intake and respiratory upset.
And she's very adventurous in the show. Sandy shows girls that it's okay to be strong and it's okay to like karate.
Who put the K in karate?
You did.
In order to understand how exactly SpongeBob affected the minds of children, I decided to consult some experts on the topic. Okay, do you guys like SpongeBob?
Yes!
Why do you like SpongeBob so much?
Because he's weird.
Because he's weird? Do you know who Sandy the squirrel is?
Yes. Yes.
What does she do?
She fights people.
Who's stronger, Sandy or SpongeBob?
Sandy.
Sandy's stronger? Is that okay for a girl to be stronger than a boy?
Yes.
Yeah?
But I'm really weak.
You're really strong?
But sometimes we need to hear.
I need to see it?
Yes, but most of the time they're not.
Whoa!
And there's a wing table.
Do you guys think SpongeBob is a boys' show or a girls' show?
Both.
You think it's both? For both boys and girls?
Yes.
I think it's also important to note that despite the exclusion of homosexual identities in the show, same-sex desire is portrayed as a viable experience for the characters interacting within the program.
Ready for the greatest Valentine present in the whole world now, SpongeBob!
Well, this is where you're gonna get it.
You're my best friend ever.
You too, Patrick.
You know, these were white when I bought them.
Over the past few years, SpongeBob has come under fire by a community of religious conservatives claiming that he's promoting a homosexual agenda.
One of the channel's most popular characters is coming under attack from family values advocate James Dobson for his insidious pro-homosexual agenda. Which character?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
How do we know that he's gay? We don't know anything about SpongeBob. Except that he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
In this way, SpongeBob is able to subvert the heterosexual hegemony that is so prevalent in our society.
Imagination.
Ever since SpongeBob swam to the surface over a decade ago, he's been a pop culture tsunami. And, you know, even with all the hidden meaning among the jellyfish, one thing is clear. Even though SpongeBob isn't everyone's typical idea of a man, he's all about embracing the differences within ourselves and accepting the differences in others.
I guess you're right, Plankton. I am just a kid.
Of course I'm right. Okay, Neptune, time to kill.
And you know, I've been through a lot in the past 6 days, 5 minutes, 27.5 seconds. And if I've learned anything during that time, it's that you are who you are.
That's right. Okay, Neptune.
And no amount of mermaid magic, or managerial promotion, or some other third thing can make me anything more than what I really am inside. A kid.
That's great. Now get back against the wall.
But that's okay!
What? What's going on?
'Cause I did what everyone said a kid couldn't do. I made it to Shell City, and I beat the Cyclops, and I rode the Hasselhoff, and I brought the crown back!
All right, we get the point.
So yeah, I'm a kid, and I'm also a goofball, and a wingnut, and a knucklehead McSpazatron!
What's going on here?
But most of all, I'm...
Hey, settle down. Take it easy. What the scallop?
I'm a goofy goober!